Well, hello world. Welcome to Raccoon Point Studios. I'm Sean Bombs, and today we're going over this pedal board that I put together for band practice. The reason I put this together is because me and my wife play in a band together. We moved down to the eastern shore of Maryland from Philly 3.5 years ago, and our drummer still lives in Philly, so we just started up band practice again, and I wanted something that was lighter, and easier to travel with compared to my actual pedal board, which is on a pedal train, like the XL, whatever it's called. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's got that big old case with the wheels and everything like that. So I wanted just something small, something light, and something that will give me the essential sounds for me, for our style of music, for what we do. And my pedal board has the Boss ES8 on it, so I can just hit one button and a bunch of different pedals will be available to me. And it makes it really easy for live shows, but not so easy for travel. So, that being said, I'm going to go over pedal order, power supply, and all that stuff right now. So, first in line for the order is the tuner, Korg, and it works great. Love it. It's small, and it fits on the board perfectly. So my guitar goes in, and that's where it goes in. And then the next in the chain is the Pog, and I use that for swells, and also I use that for the octave down sound. You can do a bunch of other stuff, but that's the main things that I use it for. And then I have this Walrus Audio M1, and I use that for the phaser and for the vibrato, which I get like a Chase Bliss style warped vinyl sound, which I used to use all the time, but I had to replace because I wanted the ability to program different sets from the Boss ES8 because they were sharing one of my loops. So anyway, long story short, I replaced that with a Boss MD200. Works great on the pedal board, but then this came out and it's smaller, and I like the sounds on this. I like the Boss too, so we'll see what happens with that, but for this board, this is perfect to have. And then from here, I'm going into the Line 6 DL4. The reason I am going into the DL4 next is because I like the DL4 going into my overdrives as opposed to going after, and it's probably because the original DL4 that I've used for years, I always preferred it that way, because going after the distortion, it would always thin the sound out and make it really brittle and weak. Also, because I do certain things with the self-oscillation and certain effects just sound better going into the overdrive for me. It accentuates, brings certain things up because the delay trails aren't always as loud as I want them to be. The distortion afterwards always helps with that. After the Line 6 is the Screamer. Love the Screamer. It's an awesome pedal. And then I have this Build Your Own Clone Big Muff. It's styled after the green Big Muff, the green Russian Big Muff. And then going into the Nemesis delay. And this is used for all my longer, more lush delays. The DL4 is more the character delays, but the Nemesis is like, it's on a whole other level. I don't know how to say it. It's just one lush, beautiful, studio grade delay. And hooking it up to your computer, you can get deeper into it, and there's extra little delays in there that they give you when you hook it up. So it's very versatile, and I use it for my long delay lines, and I have a lot more control with it. So after that, we have the Old Blood Noise Endeavors Sunlight pedal. It's my favorite pedal of the past few years, and it's just a dynamic reverb pedal, so it kind of can do like a freeze style function, if you will, but not exactly. It'll still keep the effect going. So when you use a freeze function on a lot of other reverbs, it'll freeze the reverb, and then you play over top of that, and it'll be like a clean sound, a dry sound, and you would have to use another pedal to keep an effect going to make it sound, how you want it or whatever. But with this one, you can do that, and it'll just keep picking up the next loudest thing that you play and hold on to that. So I have it hooked up so it'll be kind of like a regular style reverb setting, and then when I hit this button, the decay will stay all the way up, and it acts like that freeze function, and some of the warbles will be more accentuated because I have it on the tape setting, and it's like a vibrato And I'll show you all that stuff. I'm going to turn this over real quick and show you. This is the Pedal Train Junior. And then I have the Voodoo Labs 4x4. And you get 4 9-volt 400 milliamps. And then 2 12-volt 400 milliamps. And then 4 9-volt 100 milliamps. So I have it mounted under here. And then all I have to do is plug in one thing when I get to band practice and I'm ready to go. I haven't done any power supply cable management yet because I was just making sure that I was happy with everything. And then also I have this Line 6 expression pedal going into the DL4 for my self-oscillation stuff that I will show you in a second. So anyway, that's the pedal board. Let's go through some sounds and I'll show you what this thing can do. Alright, so that's some of the sounds that you can get with it. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll try to answer them. And if you need help with pedalboard orders or anything like that, let me know down below and I'll try to help you with that. Bye.